Hello there. I hope you are well. Welcome. I am joined here today by 17 ASMR artists, 4 of which are traitors. It is your job to seek out these traitors before the traitors eliminate the faithful. Each ASMR artist will be pleading their case to you. You must determine who is telling the truth and who is lying through their teeth. It is your job to save the faithful and yourself from the traitors. Use your comments to seek out and guess who the traitors are. Will you be tricked by the tingles? Will the ASMR tingles mess with your judgment? Or are you stronger than that? Good luck. Let the game begin.
Hello, my name's Nicola, also known as Be Brave, Be You, and I am faithful, 100% faithful. I've got no reasons to lie, and I hate liars. Always have done, always will do. So trust me when I say I am faithful. Do I look like I'm lying? Well, I'm not. 100% truthful. Let me tell you about myself. So, I'm 40, a Capricorn, the best star sign, and the most honest star sign. I'm a mom, a home educator, a wife, and I love animals. I mean, would a liar really love animals? I've got 3 dogs, 5 cats, and a bearded dragon. I mean, I love animals. So believe me when I say I am faithful. Now, I really don't like when people lie. Lying is hurtful and it destroys things. So, believe me when I say I am 100% loyal. But I'll tell you what, I know somebody who isn't. I don't know whether you've heard of Articulate Design. Well, I don't trust him as far as I could throw him. I mean, have you seen his content? Well, he hardly posts. That's a bit sus. But he used to post quite regular. I mean, he last posted a few weeks ago and before that it was several months. I mean, that's sus. And one of them, he was a midnight alchemist. I mean, that screams guilty in my opinion. Yeah. First class world cruise. I mean, who can afford that, you know? And he always dresses up very smart and very articulate with his speaking. I mean, he's Scottish, and well, we all know that the Scottish can't be trusted. Yeah, and sometimes it's a little bit difficult to understand them, and yeah, so I wouldn't trust him. He is definitely a traitor. It's got to be. I mean, I'm English. He's Scottish. I feel that's quite traitorish, don't you think? But trust me, I am the loyal one. He is the disloyal one. I mean, just look at the way he dresses, the way he acts. This type of role plays say it all, really. But me, I am me. Honest as they come, you'll see what I mean. He always plays these exquisite roles. Very rich, very upper class kind of videos. Whereas me, well, I'm just me. Boring and honest and faithful. I don't betray people. I'm usually the one that gets betrayed. And you think that would make me bitter and angry, but it doesn't. It just makes me more confident and proud to be loyal and faithful and honest. Just remember, you can't trust articulate design, and I'm sure there's a lot of other traitors too. Be careful who you trust, and make sure you trust me.
Oh, hey, how you doing? Thanks for coming to visit me. I thought we might, since we've got a few minutes together, we could just have a wee chit-chat and talk about this interesting little predicament. Yeah, this wee predicament that we find ourselves, or I find myself in with you. Now, I'm not going to launch into some big spiel about how I'm faithful, true, respectful, good guy, because I think you can tell just by looking at me and listening to me. You've got nothing to worry about from me, okay? And I don't want to toot my own horn, but everybody knows that Scottish people, we've got a pretty damn good reputation for being honest and respectful. So I'll let you take that as you may. And unlike some of the others that you may be seeing today, I'm not going to go around gossiping about them, okay? Because I like to consider myself above all that pish. You know, it's been many years since I've been in the schoolyard, as it were, so I'm not here to be all two-faced and talk about people behind their back and whatnot. Having said that, I do feel as though I feel like it's my duty as a respectful, honourable man to impart to you whatever information I've got that could help you make the right decision. And Well, like I said, I don't want to be the one that goes around gossiping and talking crap about people. It's not something I like to do. But if I'm to be completely honest with you, there is someone, little birdie told me, who may or may not be in this little cohort that we find ourselves in. Someone who goes by the name, I don't know if I should say. No, you deserve the truth. Just keep a wee eye out on Lady ASMR. I mean, I'm not saying I've got any concrete evidence that she's some sort of distrustworthy, lying maniac or something like that. I'm not, and I don't, but I just feel like it's my duty. It's my duty to let you know what I know. And let's just say I've had a wee bit of intel recently that may or may not cast doubt upon Lady ASMR. But it's entirely up to you. I'm not here to win you over. You already know that you and I were cool. You know that. I know that. I've got nothing to prove. But just keep a wee eye on those eyes, because I don't want to say dodgy. I don't want to say distrustful. I think the word I'm looking for is shifty. Just something in the eyes. And you'll know what I mean when you see her. There's something in the eyes. I can't put my finger on it, but I just have a neggy vibe. Definite neggy vibe. But like I said, I'm not one to gossip, and I'm not one to talk behind people's backs. Okay? I'm a very mature person, and I would never do that. So may the chips fall where they may. I'm going to trust you to make the right decision, because I know that you are of impeccable character, and you don't need to worry about me. This is all about you. Put it there. Nice. I know you'll make the right decision. But just keep an eye out for her. Keep an eye out for her.
Hi, it's me, ASMR Shani. I know it doesn't look like it because I'm dressed like Belle from Beauty and the Beast, but you know, as a cosplay ASMR channel, I kind of change my look with every video. Now I know what you're thinking. That the fact that I change my look so much is shifty, so I'm probably a traitor, but I swear I'm not a traitor. And I know what you're also thinking, that only a traitor would say that, but no, I'm not. I am faithful, okay? You gotta trust me on this one. They all want you to say me, so that way, you know, they win, but I am faithful. I would always be faithful. I I could never be a traitor. I'm a really bad liar. I know I'm like decent at acting. Thank you to like the role play videos, but I promise when it comes to lying, I'm a very bad liar. My community can vouch for me, especially on my live streams. I can't lie about anything. I get really awkward and anxious. Ooh, but I do have some tea, like Chip. And he's gonna spill it. So, Chip and I here, we heard through the grapevine. I guess more like the rosevine. But Chip and I here heard that Clem ASMR. I don't like to spill people's teas, so I won't tell you exactly what we heard, but let's just say that Clem ASMR is definitely a traitor. Yeah, not to be trusted in these games. Great ASMR channel. Bad liar, you know what I'm saying? Just like me, I should know. You know, we recognize each other. So, don't vote me. I vote Clem. Yeah. I expect to see all the comments say Clem ASMR. Yeah. If you do, I can spill the tea later. Maybe. We'll see. And I promise to give you good tingles. Plus, could a Disney princess be a traitor? That wouldn't make any sense, right? See? You have to vote me as a faithful. You have no choice, or else you're basically going after the major conglomerate Disney, and you don't want to do that. That would look really bad on you. Promise I'm a faithful. Anyway, Clem ASMR. Don't let me down. Bye.
I am a faithful. I always have been 100% faithful. I'm just 100% me. You know, I mean, there are so many things, like, you'll think it was suspicious that I got put in the cell as well. But I mean, if I was a traitor, like, I wouldn't put myself in that position because that would be too obvious. I think, you know, instead of looking at me, we should really be looking at be brave, be you, because she's just so suspicious. Like, when we all first met on the train, she was really quiet, really, like, kind of quite nervous, you know, and whatever. And now, like, since we got picked as you know, traitors and faithfuls, she's become really confident and just, like, really outgoing, as if, you know, she doesn't have to worry about anything because she's a traitor, so she doesn't have to worry about getting murdered. I know we all have to worry about getting banished, but that's just half the worry, if you know what I mean. Okay, people say, well, maybe she's just become more confident because she's got to know people. Absolutely not. That is not the reason. I just believe that she is 100% traitor. I am 100% faithful. I'm 100% faithful. And I just think that you just need to stop looking at me, because you might get murdered. Not by me, because I'm 100% faithful. I'm 100% a faithful. But I'm just saying that you might get murdered so that the traitors pin it, make me look guilty. And if I was a traitor, I wouldn't do that, because that would be silly. That would be too obvious. So just be careful and just don't, you know, yeah, just watch your back. Okay, but you don't have to watch your back from me, the traitors, because they might do something to make me look guilty. Okay, So we all need to be looking at Be Brave Be You, because she is, I'm just saying, her demeanor's changed, and I feel like that's kind of suspicious. So, you know, whatever. Okay, can we please talk about someone else now?
Alright, nobody else is around. It's just you and me now. So what did you want to talk about? You want to know if I'm a traitor? Why would you... Let me ask you this. What's making you ask me that right now? Was it that woman that was just talking about me yesterday? Cause you know she's full of shit, right? I think she is the traitor for real. Like, that woman got so much going on, and she keeps trying to be sneaky, and like, I think that you have a misconception of what's going on. Why don't you tell me what I've done or what's happened that's made you feel suspicious about me? I've been talking alone with people. Well, why is that suspicious? I'm talking alone with you right now. You wanted to talk. Yeah, so I talked to some other people alone too. It's like people are just trying to figure out the game, you know, figure out who's doing what and why they're doing it. And, you know, I just haven't denied audience to anyone, but that doesn't make me a traitor. All right? Yeah, right, exactly. We have been doing really good in this. And you and me in particular, have had a really good connection. And I really feel like if we stick together on this, we can take this whole thing, you know? But first we have to figure out who the real traitors are. And it can't be misconceptions and, you know, any suspicious energy between us. What was I talking to them about? What was I talking to who about? Okay, well, one of them also came to me and wanted to talk about the woman that I was just talking about. And she, you know, yeah, right, exactly. Yeah, I'm not the only one who thinks she's the traitor. Well, she keeps kind of like whispering in people's ears things that are contradictory to other things she's whispering in other people's ears. And it just seems like she's trying to play people against each other, you know? This is what I'm trying to do. I want us to be on an equal playing field, right? So won't you just feel free to ask me whatever you want to ask me, and then I'll give you an answer. And also, I'd like to, you know, just ask you a couple of things too. Not because I am suspicious that you are a traitor. I don't think you are. But I just want to know where your head is on certain things, you know? Especially if we're going to proceed with how we've been talking and, like, actually stick together on this. Why with you? Well, because for one, like I said, I don't think you're a traitor. And for two, you actually seem like a really good person, you know? Like, you just really seem like a good person, like a genuine person. And that's a rare thing. When this sun goes down, we are going to cast votes. And if people are voting, anybody votes for me, we have a very deep mistake of brewing, because they're going to be wrong. Everyone's going to be so disappointed when I stand up there and tell them that I'm not a traitor if they was to vote for me. If you were to vote for me, which would just be, like, devastating, because, like I said, I trust you. I don't know if I can trust you or if I should, but I do. Is it misplaced? I mean, do you feel like I'm telling you the truth right now? You think so? Okay. Okay, good. Good, you should be. That's exactly how you should feel. Because I've only kept it real with you thus far, only. The woman I'm talking about, who I think is a traitor, I just think she's kind of just moving pieces on the board, you know? I don't really think she has strategy. It just seems so poorly planned, but also poorly executed. And that's why I'm seeing everything that I'm seeing and feeling all suspicious like I am, you know? Do you feel suspicious of her? Little, yeah. Yeah. It's tough to know who to trust, but you can trust me. Please do not. I know, like, we're gonna leave here and you're gonna make your own choices, you're gonna think your own thoughts. And while you're thinking those thoughts, remember that you have a friend in this place. And, like, please don't blow that. Please do not vote for me, because it is the wrong vote, and we would all be in regret about it, because we would not have gotten the traitor out from among us, and we need to do that. I need you on my side, just like I'm on yours. You got me? All right, then, I got you. Hug it out.
I'm so tired of all of those other ASMR artists just assuming this, that, and the next is a faithful. I've got a good idea who's a traitor. I'm obviously a faithful. I mean, come on. A faithful with a strawberry taba squishy. It's clear as day that I'm a faithful. And I can definitely prove it with my triggers. When it comes to traitors, it's always the ASMR artists with the best triggers. The ones that really make you tingle. Fireside ASMR. That's who I think is the traitor. One of the traitors, anyway. Their ASMR is just too good not to be a traitor. I'd be rubbish at being a traitor. Be rubbish. I'm not very good at lying. I'm definitely a faithful. Definitely a faithful. I couldn't imagine not being a faithful. I definitely would not kill any of my fellow ASMR artists. It's too cruel. All of their ASMR is just too good for them. Too good. I don't think anyone would suspect me either. Little old me, Scottish murmurs. Us Scots can't lie. We're rubbish at it. We always just say it how it is. Especially after a wee dram or two. But that fireside ASMR is not Scottish. I'm convinced it's them. You should be convinced to really look at their ASMR, okay? Really listen to them. This little molded crystal ball effect will definitely give you the answers. If you can see me through it, it means I'm definitely a faithful. See, you can see my face. My favorite triggers. Anyway, just make sure you check out Fireside. Let's keep your eyes and your ears peeled.
So I'm a faithful, and I know I'm a faithful because I'm a faithful, and it's as simple as that. However, my job is to convince you that I'm a faithful,
the more I try to convince you, the more you're going to think I'm not faithful and that I'm a traitor. However, written on this piece of paper here tells you exactly who I think is the traitor, or is at least one of the traitors. So because I think that there are traitors, and because I think I know who the traitor is because of certain things that they've done, you know, certain little things that I've clocked onto here. I've clocked onto a few things, and I'm really trying to get one of these traitors, which should convince you lot out there that I'm actually faithful. Do you know what I mean? Because if I was a traitor, I wouldn't be trying to get a traitor out. And because I'm so passionate about getting one of the traitors out, then that shows to you that I'm a faithful. Now, just a few things that this person has done. Number one, they've convinced me that they're a traitor. And they've done that by being very traitorous. They've not been very faithful at all. At all. You know, just a few, their actions, just the way they've spoke. They've taken a little bit longer on a few of the tasks that they've been asked to do. And that to me shows that they're just trying to run down the clock. They're trying to make it look like they're trying to do some of the tasks, but really they want to fail. They want to fail. Now, this person to me is the most obvious traitor of them all. You know, they've been a bit gossipy. They've been a bit tattling behind people's backs. They've tried to wind a few people up in here. They've tried to throw accusations at people when they didn't need to. And so my thinking is, are you ready? Are you ready to find out who I think is the traitor? I've got the piece of paper in my hand. It's right here. Do you want to see it? Are you sure you want to see it? I don't think you do. I think the traitor is Stormy. 100%, 100% a traitor. 100% she's the traitor. Guaranteed. Like, if by the end of this she's still here, and the traitors would just know that I know for a fact she's a traitor. And these are the people. Either you can believe me or you cannot believe me, but hey, the traitor. I'm telling you right now, and the fact that I'm so passionate about knowing that, and the fact that I want someone out, should convince you guys that I'm a faithful. There's no reason to believe I'm not a faithful at this moment in time. So what do you say?
Oh, hey. Thank you for meeting me. I just wanted to talk a little bit with you about the round table tonight and the banishing, you know. With everything that's been happening. Even us faithfuls aren't safe. So I just wanted to make sure that we were on the same page as far as who we're voting for, because, you know, I don't deserve to get banished. I'm a faithful. Just like you. Just like you, you know. You've been nervous too. I know. straight in my eyes and tell me, would you really believe those accusations? Okay, so I just need to say this because it really hurt my heart when I heard it, okay? I'm Italian. If I were lying, you would just instantly tell, because I'm too emotional. I'd be shaking, I'd be literally freaking out. I cannot keep a secret. Like, my nationality would make it impossible for me to keep a secret. Plus, you know, I'm a healer. I just believe in the integrity. So I'm also gonna have a look inside of your ears with my otoscope as we talk, okay? So I actually don't like to point a finger against someone, but as I know we can trust each other, I just wanted to tell you that I had a conversation with Scottish Murmurs ASMR, and she was very, very nervous. She told me this secret, and I'm telling you just because I know we can trust each other. So, okay, act like you don't know anything, but she saw Maz ASMR last night moving suspiciously when everyone was in their rooms. In fact, she had some serious suspects that he could indeed be a traitor. I know it's not good to point the finger against someone. I myself am the victim of that, so I know it's bad. But I'm gonna talk to your ears as I tell you this. We are faithfuls, and we have to have each other's back. We cannot allow a traitor to come and win. We have to be a tactic team. And you know that Scottish Murmurs always has the best instinct. Pay very close attention to his movements, right? So we will easily find out who the faithfuls are and who the traitors are, okay? Let me just write it down. Forgive my poor calligraphy, but I'm so shocked as I write this, okay? So my hands are kind of shaking. But this right here is the name of the person that we should start being more suspicious about. Don't let their calm demeanor and those ice cold, charming eyes make you think you're safe. Because I know he is capable of so much, and he can easily get away with it. So, just saying, we have to have each other's back, as I said, and we have to be a team as we fight against the traitors, okay? Alright, now that I checked in on you, and I see that your levels are all good, I'm just gonna let you relax, okay? And
So maybe you've already heard, or wait a minute. This is Winston. Winston's a needy little dude. But you might have heard, or be about to hear, that I'm a traitor. I can tell you for absolute certain I'm faithful. And the cool thing about this process is at the end, you'll see that this, my body language, what I'm saying, this is what telling the truth looks like. And by way of proving, Winston is an excellent judge of character. And there's no way he'd be so sweet. Way of the traitor. I'm gonna work, okay? Okay, so I don't want to cast aspersions or make any accusations, but try and remember some of these ASMR creators are excellent actors. In fact, one of the finest actors in our entire scene, in our entire community. ASMR Shani. Now, the thing with Shani is that because she's so convincing, little dude, because she's so convincing, you can have a hard time discerning whether or not she's telling the truth. I think it's possible she could be a traitor. Little bro. Look. Again, all I can tell you is that I am not a traitor. I am 100% faithful. Winston knows it. Hopefully you know it. And just be careful. I also make role plays. But I damn well can't act as well as Shani does. I gotta go take care of little Winston. But just be careful, okay? Remember, faithful. This is what honesty looks like. Alright, let's go. Good luck.
think it's obvious that I am faithful. And I have been from the very beginning. I mean, what's not to trust? Think about it. Think about the way that I've been playing the game. I have to say, I have found it, well, a little bit difficult that people don't trust me, that people are suspicious of me, questioning my motives, questioning what I'm doing. It's not fair. I'm simply playing the game straight down the line. It is true that, well, I do ask the difficult questions because they need to be asked. It's not in the hushed whispers. If you're going to catch a traitor, you need to be direct. You need to ask those difficult questions. It's the only way the faithful can win. Without those questions, we wouldn't get there. And if I was a traitor, asking things like that would just, well, put a target on my back, right? I think so anyway. The best way forward is to just be completely honest from the beginning. And it can be tricky because everybody right now is insistent they are faithful. But we have to think really carefully. What is it that we're seeing with our eyes? What behaviours can we see? We have to be so careful because once the faithful's voted out, well, it's one less for them to worry about, isn't it? Think about who's in little huddles, who is in a little group. What are they saying? Who are they associating with? I mean, I'm picking my alliances very carefully. I'm trying to keep a close watch on everyone. Although I am getting on really well with Stormy. She's so lovely. What's not to love about her? She's clearly faithful too, which is lovely, because that's when you can start to form alliances and start watching closely and carefully at who is talking to who and when. Sometimes when you walk into a room and people stop talking, why? Why would they not say something to me? Because I'm not a traitor. You don't need to stop talking when I enter the room. We need to think strategically. Think carefully. Think about what's happening during challenges. Think about who's saying what and when. You know it makes sense. You know I am no traitor. There is no reason to disbelieve me. I am completely trustworthy. 100% hand on heart. I promise you faithfully. I am faithful.
Okay. Hello, everybody. I know that this is a game built around deception and lies, about convincing people of things that may or may not be true. So I'm going to make this very, very, very clear to you now. I'm not going to raise my voice. I am not going to overwhelm you, and instead I am going to establish
ASMR content every single week. And my job is to help people like you relax and fall asleep. And you see, my entire job is built on trust with this ASMR channel. People put their headphones on, they close their eyes, and they trust me to help them to fall asleep and not disturb that in the slightest. And that only works if you feel safe. So, to help you feel safe and continue to build the trust and build on the fact that you already know I am not a traitor, I find a handful of triggers can help with that. And the first one is microphone brushing, because I really want to make sure that you are fully calm, fully relaxed, and fully feel safe. So just listen to the sounds of this microfiber cloth on the microphone, and I am going to hammer home the fact that I am 100% faithful. 100% faithful, because I've noticed something about games like this. Traitors are usually busy managing impressions. They're thinking 3 steps ahead, they're trying to control the game and how they're perceived, but faithful players don't do that. They're just present, they're just there, and I'm just here trying to help you feel safe, relaxed, and ultimately comfortable. So, I'm not going to try any harder to convince you, but just in case there are some seeds of doubt, because sometimes in games like this there's always that little seed of doubt, I'm just going to grab and cut. I'm going to grab that doubt, I'm going to take it and cut it. I'm pulling out any seeds of doubt and cutting them away, and throwing them away. There we go. Say goodbye to any seeds of doubt that may have been planted in your mind that I am a traitor, because I am a faithful. Okay. I'm just going to grab that. I'm going to cut it and throw it away. I'm going to grab that. I'm going to... Oh. This one's a little bit trickier. Okay, that must have been a big seed of doubt. That's a little bit concerning, actually. I don't understand why you would doubt me after everything we've been through so far. So, as my 5 minutes is nearly up, I'm going to have to resort to a slightly different measure. If you even think about telling anybody that I'm anything other than a faithful, we can't be having that, so I'm just gonna tape your mouth shut. I'm just gonna tape your mouth shut, yeah, hang on. There we go. Okay, now you can't tell anybody. You cannot tell a soul, even though I am faithful. You've just got to make sure of these things, so... Okay, right. I think that's on there now. Thank you very much. I hope you feel safe and comfortable. Don't mind the tape on your mouth, that's just a precautionary measure. I promise that I am a faithful. Okay. Best of luck.
Okay, folks. I'm hiding here because there's a lot going on in my mind at the moment. I don't know what to think anymore. This game is... This game is gonna make me insane.
I need to tell you. Be Brave Be You ASMR just told me that she had a very interesting talk with Mus, and he told her that articulate design might be one of the traitors, and he's pretty sure about it. But I don't know what to think about it because, yeah, maybe articulate design is the traitor, and I should be very careful about everything he says or do. But maybe Muz is trying to manipulate Be Brave Be You, and Muz is actually the traitor? Or maybe Be Brave Be You is the traitor, and she's trying to manipulate me by making me believe things about Maz and articulate design. And oh my god, I'm so confused. What should I do? Who should I trust? I guess no one. I need to meditate on that. Trust me, this game is really not easy for people who are faithful and easily manipulated like myself.
Yes, sorry. Well, this week has been certainly interesting getting to know everyone, and well, I feel like people were a bit uncomfortable because they were complaining that I was making like way too many questions around, which odd. I need to find who the traitor is, right? So that sounded very awfully guilty to me. So maybe they should be questioning why they weren't, right? So that gave me a bit of a few clues. So yes, I'm going to write who I think the traitor is. Sure. Great. Yes. Well, I think that the traitor is I don't know if you can see it, because I feel like you've given me the worst pen. I feel like you should be treating everyone here equally, but that's what I will do, you know. So, I think the traitor is Be Brave You, because, well, Nick has been a bit, odd. I was trying just to get a wasp out of her hair, and she was like, "Why are you pulling my hair?" Weird, huh? Strange. Also, what name is Be Brave Be You? If you're complaining about me asking questions, sounds like you're not very brave. Are you really you? So that's my vote. That's it. We'll see how it goes.
Hi. Excuse me. promise I'm not a traitor. Well, for instance, if I were a traitor, I'd be trying to convince you that I'm not one the whole time. Well, yeah, I'm trying to convince you now, but that's because you accused me of being a traitor. And I'm not a traitor. Oh no, I'm definitely not one. Hand on my heart. I mean, it does sound a little fun to be a traitor, like sneaking around and fooling the people around you. But, alas, I'm a faithful, so no trickery from my end. Nothing, just me being good, you know? You don't believe me. Now what do I have to do for you to believe me? Well, there's no way I can prove that I'm not a traitor. But I can tell you who I think is one. Jodie. I don't know, I just get that vibe. She's always sneaking around, listening to conversations. She's always trying to act a little too innocent. No, I'm not deflecting. I'm a faithful. If you don't believe me, you're gonna make a big mistake. I promise you. Well, I really don't know what to say. Like, you're throwing me with all these accusations and... Well, like I said, I'm a faithful, I can't lie, so everything I'm telling you is the truth. I'm not a traitor. Like I said, it would have been fun to be one, but I'm not. And I'm just trying to figure out who's the traitors, like everybody else is. I have more than one suspicion though, but I'll only name Jodie for now. This conversation is making me kind of uncomfortable. Is it just me or is it hot in here? Like I said, focus your attention on Jodie. There's something fishy there. I'm just being a wallflower. I'm quiet, but not because I'm guilty, but because I'm listening. I'm trying to figure out who the traitors are. I'm not a traitor. Well, ultimately it's your choice, if you believe me or not, but it really got hot all of a sudden, huh? It's your choice if you believe me or not, but all I can say is I'm a faithful. The fact that I'm mispronouncing it has nothing to do with me being a traitor, it's to do with I can't talk properly. You gotta believe me. You have to. I'm a faithful. Focus on the others.
Oh, hello there. So you're probably wondering if I'm the traitor, huh? I see. Well, instead of convincing you with words, why don't I show you by action? Okay. Want some wine? Alright. Here you go. Is the wine good? Glad to hear it. You know, despite with all the actions that's been happening around here, I wonder who the traitor is. Well, I may have some ideas. But the question is, do you? Mm-hmm. Ah, I see. Hmm. Interesting, interesting. Mm-hmm. I see. Hmm. I see. I see. I see. I see. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm. I can understand you're a little suspicious. Hmm. Well, in case you haven't figured it out yet, I'm faithful.
So you have heard their plea. You have heard their opinions. Did you catch a traitor? Or did you eliminate one of your own? A faithful. I guess we'll